I would like to see Michigan go in with a killer instinct every single week, take care of business, and then get your second and third teamers out there to preserve health. Because I'm looking at these running backs like Blake Corum. Last year, I truly believe if he has a fully healthy season, that there's a very high chance he takes home the Heisman. Donovan Edwards, who would be the star running back on most teams, he had injuries. He didn't have a working hand basically for the second half of the season. So he had to carry the ball in his opposite hand, and he couldn't catch the ball, which is his strength. And it turns out he had a bad knee too. So we need our star players to be healthy. And I think the best way to do that is to just mow through these lower tier teams. This is an easy schedule. So going through the first half of the season, keep your guys fresh, get up big, and just do what you have to do. A lot of times it feels like against these lower tier teams, we let them hang around a bit because we don't want to show anything to our opponents. The thing is, our opponents aren't stupid. They know JJ McCarthy can run the ball, and now they know he can throw the ball. So if they know it, let's work on it. Let's do it and keep him safe, healthy, and he's going to have a little more practice if you let him do it in a game. He'll be able to do it better, so maybe he's not throwing 2 pick sixes against TCU in the playoffs.
Right. You just mentioned this, so I brought up a slide that I had. The picture's actually right next to you right now. It's a photo of the Heisman Trophy, and then JJ McCarthy, Blake Corum, and Donovan Edwards all standing kind of next to it or in front of it. Which of those 3 guys do you think has the best shot? Because realistically, these are all 3 guys that could win it. If Donovan Edwards had a full season of what he did after Blake Corum went down last year, he probably would have won it. If Blake Corum didn't get hurt, he might have won it last year. And then obviously I think JJ, not last year's stats, he wasn't going to win it, but the way that he started to air it out at the end of the year, I think that if he continues a full season of that, he could certainly win the Heisman Trophy. Who do you think of those 3, or is there someone else on the team that you think could bring home that trophy? I know you already mentioned Blake, but is there anyone else that you think could win it?
No, those are the 3 guys that I actually have. And it was dumb on my part. I did put some money down on all 3 of those guys to win the Heisman, just because as a homer, the odds were insane. And it would probably be my favorite bet to ever cash. But the guy that I think has the best chance is Blake Corum because of the style of offense. They want to run the ball. Harbaugh just said that he wants to do more of a 50-50 style where they're going to pass as much as they run. And it's one of those things where I'll believe it when I see it. I honestly believe Blake Corum is just going to run the ball a ton. And Donovan Edwards can do that, but Blake Corum is a better between the tackles running back right now. So I'll go with Blake Corum. McCarthy's got the highest upside where, if, like you said, if they were to let him rip, he should be the Heisman type of guy that they should put out there. But with those 2 running backs, I just can't see him throwing the ball enough. My comparison for what I would love to see with JJ McCarthy, and I'll probably get some flack for this, I would like to see his statistical performance look like a Justin Fields back in like 2019, where the Buckeyes had J.K. Dobbins, who ran for over 2,000 yards. So obviously they ran the ball a lot, but Fields still passed the ball for like 3,300 yards. He had 40 touchdowns, and both of those would shatter Michigan's records for passing yards and touchdowns in 1 year.
And
so
he only
it's
threw
possible.
The ball 7 times too. That's the impressive part. They were all 100-yard touchdown passes. It felt like that year, man. Every time I saw a highlight of them, it was just 60, 70-yard bombs every single time.
Yeah.